Let's speak to Vanessa Sturman, who's a health coach and an award-winning speaker. Hello, Vanessa.
Hello, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you as well. I suppose this time of year it's all about the fad diets, isn't it, if you're not careful?
It really, really is. And there's a lot of money to be made as well, because people might have overindulged at Christmas and
in December. What do you mean, might? That's what it's all about. That's the whole point.
And that is completely okay as well. And I think, we do feel quite guilty, and these companies know this. So they promise very quick fixes as well that are just unsustainable. And people think, oh, in 2 weeks I can lose all this weight, or, my skin will completely change. And they might head straight for that thing that promises also, oh, you only have to do this one thing a day or take this one powder. And people say, well, that sounds quite easy. I think I'll do that.
Yeah, because of course it's like that, isn't it? Because you can do one exercise and be able to eat a whole packet of mince pies for an entire month. That's how exercise and diet works.
That's exactly the correct maths. Exactly.
but that's the thing. But we want to believe it, don't we?
We do, and you know what's a very boring truth, and doesn't hit the headlines in the same way, is that what our health is really made from is the small habits we do every day. It's what we put on our plate every day. It doesn't mean we have to be perfect. It's doing some movement every day. And we see these videos of people doing all sorts of things, and people say, oh, I wish I could have that life. And for some people, that's just unsustainable. Getting out for a walk every day is fantastic for you. And it doesn't hit the headlines in the same way as all these fancy exercises and get down to the gym for 3 hours a day. But that's the stuff that looks glamorous.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? So, and like I said before I came to you, you've got to want to do it as well, haven't you? Because you won't stick. It's about sticking at something, and you won't stick at something that you absolutely hate.
You're completely right. You do have to want to do it. The other side we really see, though, is that there's so much misinformation and not enough education on the how. So we see a lot of people thinking this is so hard, when they don't realise, actually, if you just added a few berries to your breakfast, which you can keep in the freezer, frozen fruit and veg is fantastic, that these little changes that add up can have a big difference. Handful of nuts every day. And you do it consistently, this can be fantastic for our performance, our overall health, reducing the risk of disease. But often it gets so overcomplicated that even with the best will in the world of I really want to do this, people go, oh, it's just so hard, isn't it?
Yeah, and I suppose it's and the other thing as well, I knew a personal trainer, and they always used to say what drove them mad was people treating themselves in inverted commas. So they've done something for about 3 days, and then they go, oh, I'll treat myself now, and have an entire 14 roast dinners or something.
This is completely right. This cheat day treat culture. Now, look, I am a big lover of eating out. I love cake. For me, it's plant-based cake, but I love it. Yeah. It is not a health food, some of the stuff that I eat. And we can have this sometimes and be perfectly healthy. And the thing is those people you're talking about, they are probably going hard for 3 days, depriving themselves, maybe doing possibly even too much exercise. But it's sometimes not a surprise they want to eat 14 roast dinners in a day.
I mentioned veganuary. You say you're plant-based. Is there any issue with that? If you've been a meat eater your whole life and suddenly you go, right, that's it, I'm just going to go completely, veganuary, I'm going to smash it and eat nothing other than, nuts and plants. Does that have any implications to your health?
Well, there can be fantastic implications for your health, but any nutrition that we do has to be well planned. And we know that eating lots of plant-based whole foods is fantastic for reducing the risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, even potentially dementia. Our good gut bacteria eat fiber, so it really helps with our gut. And fiber really fills us up, so it really helps you stay a healthy weight. And we get fiber from all these plants. Whatever we do has to be sustainable, though. So I really want to encourage everyone, please reduce the meat, the dairy, add in lots more beans, lentils, veggies, fruit, tofu. This is going to really, really help your health. What I'm more concerned about is that it's sustainable for people. So it's wonderful if you think about building these in consistently. The science says this is fantastic for us. But if you feel something's too hard because you've got to do it 100%, it might be better to just say, well, look, I'm going to add in loads of these plant-based whole foods. I'm going to just have meat once or twice a week. I'm going to test out scrambled tofu instead of scrambled eggs and have that a bit more. That's more sustainable than if you want to go fully vegan, fantastic as well. But we've got to understand that we can get huge health benefits even if we don't do something 100%.
Yeah, no, that's a very fair point. It's the same with cutting down booze, isn't it, and everything else. You don't have to do it 100% and completely sacrifice it. You can just cut it right down. Vanessa, lovely to speak to you as always. Thank you very much, Vanessa Sturman, health coach and award-winning speaker.